Sometimes we refuse being ourselves completely because we feel that if we are ourselves completely, if we say exactly what we think, if we do exactly what we feel that we should do in any moment in a relationship, that would destroy the relationship completely. But it is important to accept and to appreciate that at any time in life that a relationship is ended because you stood up for yourself means that the relationship was never supposed to be in the first place. If you lose someone because you stood up for yourself, that person was not supposed to be in your life. It sounds very simple, but when you're going through it, you don't understand. You're like, why is this happening? Why is this person being like this to me? Why is this person treating me in this type of way? And you're treated in a certain type of way because you're accepting to be treated in that type of way. And because you're accepting to be treated in that demeaning or sometimes even disrespectful way, that is the reason that the relationship has been able to be maintained for 1 year, 2 years, 10 years, and it's because you haven't been your complete self. But when you finally stand up for yourself and say, listen, I don't like being treated like this, or you say, listen, this is not how we're going to continue this relationship. When you stand up for yourself and you make yourself known, you make your ideas known, you make your feelings become heard because you're putting it in reality and you're not holding it and bottling it up. If that makes a person leave you, or if that means that it's the end of a relationship, that person is not supposed to be in your life. Let's take this a level further. Standing up for yourself means that the relationship is going to die. It's going to end because you stood up for yourself. If you were in a relationship and you felt that you were being demeaned, disrespected, or treating the lesser of the person that you are, standing up for yourself will 100% destroy the relationship. When we say destroy the relationship, it's going to destroy the relationship as it is. If you wanted to maintain the relationship and continue to be demeaned, it's just going to cause some confusion. If you want to continue to live as lesser than who you are so that you can have the attention of that person, that's going to change, because now, are you standing up for yourself or are you not standing up for yourself? What's it going to be? That's one way. But the second way is that if the person actually hears you out, if the person actually was treating you in a certain type of way because they just didn't know that you wanted to be treated differently, the relationship is going to die, but it's going to die so it can be reborn. It's going to be reborn just like a flower that has just been planted because there's a new seed that has been watered and nurtured and the sun was shining just right on it. It's going to be reborn as something beautiful because now there's two parties that are giving information, that are providing to make this relationship something that is beautiful as opposed to something that is one-sided. Now, relationships are not just with other people. The most important relationship is the relationship that you have with yourself. The relationship that you have with yourself is the influence to the relationship that you're going to have with other people. If you treat yourself badly, if you don't give yourself the love that you want to be given, you're never going to receive that love from anyone else, because people are going to treat you according to how you treat yourself. People are going to respect you only as much as you show that you respect yourself. If you talk bad about yourself, if you put yourself in bad situations, if all of your associations are negative or demeaning, if people can just talk anyhow about you, even into your face, that just teaches new people and prospective people that want to be in your life that you don't deserve anything. Why should they go out of their way to give you a respect that you don't even give to yourself? If you don't protect yourself, help yourself, how are you going to help others? This is like trying to save someone that is drowning by jumping into the ocean and not knowing how to swim. Your intentions were great, but you have no idea how to swim. So now it's two people drowning as opposed to one person drowning. If you worked on yourself, if you learned how to swim, then you can see a problem and say, I'm going to be the solution for that problem. If you don't, you're just a walking problem waiting to happen. Unlike a relationship that you have with someone else, unlike a relationship with an ex or with a friend that you don't speak with anymore, you're never going to leave yourself. You're the one that has to wake up every day and look yourself in the mirror. You're the one that goes to sleep at night alone by yourself. You're the one who has to go through your own thoughts. So you can never really leave you like other relationships in your life. You were with you in the beginning, and you will be with you until the end. And this is why standing up for yourself is such an important element to any relationship that will be created with anyone else. Because you are who you got at the end of the day. Like the video. In recent times, we've seen people go as far as getting canceled for standing up for what they believed in. It is important to know the boundaries and the limitations of the situations that you're a part of so that you could stand up for yourself in the right way. It does not mean to be abrasive and to just go out clashing with everybody because of what you believe in. It just means to be conscious of where you stand so that you're able to move strategically in any situation that you present yourself in. When you stand up for yourself, you can start to have good relationships with other people. Although it sometimes feels like if you stand up for yourself, it's going to be the destruction of a relationship. If you say what you really feel, it's going to be the end of a relationship. We feel that way. But if you don't stand up for yourself, the relationship with you is never going to be what it ultimately could be. And you're never going to really be a representation of your genuine self at all times or at any times, because you're always going to be subject to another person's thoughts, another person's belief, and the idea that another person has of you, as opposed to you just being you. This means to understand the situations that you are in so that you can strategically make moves to go forward. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode. Like the video,